Hello, I'm Roman, the head of HomeoHelp Holistic School. Welcome to our virtual classroom. First of all, I would like to say Happy World Homeopathy Day. You were invited to this meeting to remember a great teacher and friend who passed to another dimension a month back, Vaikuntanat, that's Kaviraj. Every one of us, no matter was he or she close or not so close friend with Kavi, would agree that he definitely would not be happy to see us grieving, but rather would encourage us to continue doing what he was doing. Good homeopathy and good friendship. I am lucky now to have a new wonderful brother, our dear Iman, and I am deeply grateful that he accepted to be the host of this meeting and to be our guide through the amazing world of our beloved Kavi. Thank you, Iman.
Thank you, Roman. Pleasure is all mine.
Please tell us what we don't know about our Kavi, but first of all, I cannot help myself not to ask you about your gorgeous hat.
Yeah, this is Kavi's hat.
Does it have any history, man?
Well, Kavi had a similar hat. He used to call it a messenger hat. So this is a reminder for me every day that Kavi is with us. Yes, indeed. With your permission, let's begin. I hope that you can hear me clearly. I'm going to just make sure that my speakers are loud. Yes. So hopefully you have a clear sound. If you need to ask me any question, please don't hesitate to write in the chat, and I will definitely answer your question. Good. So let's begin. Hello, everyone. I would like to introduce myself for those who don't know me. My name is Iman Наваб from Canada, and I have the honor to be your host for this event. I am a homeopath for the past 13 years, but above all, I'm one of the students of Master Kaviraj. He was my spiritual father, he was my guru, my teacher, and a member of my family. Today, we are here to celebrate our beloved friend Kaviraj. I thank you all for your participation, and I also thank those friends that they are not able to make it due to their work hours, but I'm sure they may be able to watch it later on, so I want to thank them as well. And I highly appreciate your participation. I'm sure Kaviraj is very happy with us. Also, on behalf of all of us, I send a special thanks to my good friend Roman and his fantastic technical team and their great school for sponsoring this event. Their school is called HomeoHelp Holistic School. They are offering interesting courses online, such as lectures on homeopathy, psychology, and much more. I highly recommend that you check out their website, and they have online lectures and courses that you might benefit from. Today is a big day it's a Hanuman Day. So happy 258th birthday to Dr. Hanuman. I have a quote from Kaviraj, and that Kaviraj says, "He is my hero. Hanuman is the true father of medicine." I have in the chat one message that is from Faz. It says, "It's my 44th birthday. Happy birthday to you." So here, as you see, we have our great Kaviraj with great Hanuman. Yeah, happy birthday to all people that their birthdays are today too. I'm checking the whiteboard. I hope that the picture on the whiteboard is clear. Is it clear for everyone? Great. Kaviraj was a classical homeopath. He was known as Doctor of Plants. He was a pioneer in agro-homeopathy. Above everything, he was a father, teacher, researcher, author, philosopher, a restless activist, and a healer. His original birth name is Ben. When he was a child, in his childhood, he grew up in his family farm and among his siblings, and he had a very tough and strict father, which means he had a tough childhood. This was the beginning of his history. The end of his journey was peaceful though. At the end, he was fighting with prostate cancer, and for sure there are good remedies for that type of cancer. However, as you know, there is no remedy for death. So people and friends, they write me, they send messages and asking me, how come homeopathy didn't help Kaviraj, or did he have access to the right remedy? To answer your questions, yes, he had access to remedies. He has choices. He had choices, but as I said, homeopathy helped him a lot, and he passed away in peace. And this was just an excuse. It doesn't matter how we go to our next life. It's just that there is no homeopathic remedy for death. That is something obvious. Here it is obviously difficult to go through his biography in such a short time, but I would like to, with your help, celebrate his life by pointing out 7 of his well-known qualities. So together, let's talk about 7 of his well-known qualities. Kaviraj was a very respectful man. He was always thoughtful, and he had a very high level of respect for his gurus and past teachers and his family and friends. As you see in this quote that I have on the whiteboard, there are lots of meaning behind it, because Kaviraj, he always used to say that to get to destination you need to have the right teacher and the right guru. That's why we have this quote from Kavi on the whiteboard, remembering that he was paying high respect to his guru and his past teachers, and always remembering them. And one very important thing about Kaviraj was that he respected you not because of your educational level or how much you own. He respected you for who you are. He was genuine, and you could feel it, that his respect, he has no artificial emotions in it. Here in this picture that I have on a whiteboard is a picture of a town called Rindavan. This is the town that Kavi, when he was young, he went to India for a personal reason, and destiny showed him his guru, and he learned a lot from his teacher, and he learned homeopathy in India as well. This is the picture of about the same time that he went to India. He was a young man, and as he said it, he was a restless soul looking for a medium, looking for a guru. I have a message from Lucy saying, agreed, I think people need to remember that our journey is even bigger than homeopathy. Remedies can aid and help, but our lessons must take place. Well said, Lucy, absolutely. Here I have a picture of Kaviraj's guru to show you. Kaviraj always used to say that my guru was the sweetest guru, and he had high regards of him. Here is another picture of Kavi. As you see, he's deep in thought, watching his guru and listening to his teacher. So the first great quality of Kaviraj that everybody noticed was that he was a respectful man. Second quality of Kavi was that he was a great observer. I can say one of the best observers I have ever seen. And as you know, being a good homeopath means that you need to also be a good observer. I'm trying to go to the next slide, and I hope you will see it on the whiteboard. It's loading up. Is my voice clear? Thank you. Thanks. All right, I'm just I'm waiting for the slide to load and go to the next image. We will give it some time. Just bear with me here, please, so that I can bring up the light slide. There you go, I got it. I'm good. All right. So let's move on. As I said, he was a great observer, and this was an amazing quality that helped him to be a good homeopath. All right. Now, to give you a more clear idea of what I mean is that Kaviraj used to pay attention to minute details of people, of nature, of animals. Imagine he was paying attention to a snail in garden, and he recorded and he was paying attention to the way snail behave for 6 minutes. I mean, just imagine for yourself if you can pay that much attention for that long and just watch how snail behave. And that's what he was doing. He was paying attention to the details of everything in nature, to humans, to animals. I remember when we were going into places and we were walking on a street and restaurant, one of the interesting things and discussions that I had with Kavi was that he was, for fun, trying to notice the constitution type of people in that environment. So if we were walking in the mall, or if we were walking on the street, or if we were in the restaurant, we were having a discussion and debate, and he was saying, okay, you know what, there are 2 sepia personality in this restaurant, 1 sulfur, 3 lycopodium, and wait, 1 platinum. So we had fun discussing this. For that reason, I encourage his friends and followers to also learn from him and take this lesson that the observation is one of the most important quality in medicine and in homeopathy. I have this quote from him that, as you see, how much he was paying attention to the behavior of nature. And he says, you see, nature is not about competition, but about cooperation. For deep respect and observation that he had for nature, he learned a lot. So teacher was one of the best teachers of Kavi. Another quality of Kaviraj was that he was extremely knowledgeable. It was a natural gift to him, and his lectures and his seminars was fantastic. His lectures was mesmerizing and full of information. Lucy wrote a message here in the message box for us that I remember having this same conversation with him, having worked closely with him for over a year. Yes, absolutely. And Lucy and everyone, the thing about Kavi was that when you had a discussion with Kaviraj, every single sentence that was coming out of his mouth, there was something to learn from it. It was, even if you spent 5 minutes with Kavi on the phone or on the chat or face-to-face, even in that short time of 5 minutes, you would learn something new from him. And this was something natural to him, not that he tried hard or he was trying to lecture you, not at all. Just a simple conversation in short period of time, and every single time you will learn something new from him. That was amazing. That was incredible. And here I have a story to tell you about this picture that I have on a whiteboard. Here Kavi is giving a lecture, and you see this gentleman sitting here at the end of the class. He's back with curly hair. This gentleman in the picture, he is a cardiologist. He's a heart surgeon. And at the end of that session, yes, Ruman, thank you for doing that. This gentleman, this doctor, he's a heart specialist, he's a heart surgeon, and he obviously is trained in allopathic system of medicine, and he was attending Kaviraj seminar, and after Kaviraj's lecture, it was a very cold night in Toronto. We met outside of the lecture hall, and this doctor, he is a friend. I know him. He walked to Kaviraj, but Kaviraj and him, they didn't know each other. It was the first time that they met. And the cardiologist asked Kaviraj that I have a very complicated case of a cardiovascular disorder, and I am trying to use homeopathy to help the case, and I need your advice. So although it was very cold and Kaviraj was tired, he had a long day, without hesitation, Kaviraj accepted to spend time with him and to listen to his case. And the cardiologist, the heart surgeon, he went on by describing his case, the patient's case, to Kaviraj. But the interesting thing was that he was using the terminology and the lingo that they use in cardiology. So what I'm trying to say, the language that he was using was not a homeopathic language. He was not describing the case as a homeopath does. He was describing the case as a cardiologist with the terminology and terms that are used in cardiology. It got too technical to a point that I completely lost, and I was lost, and I didn't know what this guy is talking about. And Kaviraj was quiet and listening carefully, and at the end, Kaviraj, he opened up and he told him what to do and what remedy is going to help. And Kaviraj also explored different options, and he explained what the problem is. And I was in shock that how Kaviraj clearly understood the case in an allopathic fashion, in an allopathic way, and the cardiologist was in awe that how knowledgeable this man is. And imagine, Kaviraj, he didn't have time to go and investigate or open up his book to find out what remedy is needed or what the problem is. So right there, Kaviraj told him what he needs to do and what is the remedy, homeopathic remedy that can help the case. This was very interesting to me, and I couldn't resist. I had to ask him. I said, Kavi, you know, this was a very complex case. How could you do it? And he simply told me, it's all up in here. It's in my head. So I remember you saying that, you know, it's all stored in the bank up here, and For sure, he was a gifted man. He was extremely knowledgeable, and he was reading book every day. He was knowledgeable even about allopathic drugs and the side effect of the medications. So he really spent lots of time reading and researching. This is a very interesting case that I want to discuss to you about, and this brings us to discuss another quality of Kaviraj, and that was his dignity. He had such dignity and honesty in what he did. He had zero tolerance and no compromise for error. He had such a rational mind, and I want to use this case as just as a small example to show you what I mean. Here I have this picture on the whiteboard of a sweet girl. Her name is Akshata. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Akshata is suffering from a very rare case of skin disease. And a few years ago, back in 2010, 2011, I found this girl, I found out about the case of this girl. She is located in some village, yes, in a village in some part of India. They don't have access to internet. They don't have access to maybe even phone. So to make long story short, with so much difficulty, Kaviraj and myself, we teamed up to call friends and ask people to help us to find this girl and her family, and to tell them that we are willing to help them homeopathically. So she has a skin that has a rare skin condition. As you see, it's all over her body except for her face. The skin is tough, as just like an alligator's skin, and many people, even allopathic people, they rejected her, and her parents, they were helpless. So Kaviraj and myself, we put together a group of homeopathic friends, and we tried to help this girl. And it was a very difficult task because we couldn't use Skype or phone or internet to communicate with them. So with the help of homeopath friends, we took the case, and Karthik, our good friend Karthik, he contributed a lot by contacting this family and taking the case and translating it for us. Now, it doesn't matter what the allopathic diagnosis is. My point here is that we were a group of 19 homeopaths working on this case, a very complex case, and we had only one shot to help this family, and I remember when we were analyzing the case, we came to two remedies. One remedy was suggested by Kaviraj, And another remedy was suggested by majority of the homeopaths in that group. So majority of us, including myself, we came up with silica, the remedy silica. And this was based on totality of the symptom, including the mental picture of the case and her past and current and history of the case. And the only person who came up with another remedy was Kaviraj. I just want to make sure that everyone has my visual and sounds. Is everything okay? Are you following okay? Awesome, thank you for confirming. So imagine when majority of people in one group they are voting for one remedy, and only one single person is suggesting another remedy, and that was Kaviraj. Now obviously we were trying to provide our rationale why we picked silica, and Kaviraj was trying to give his rationale why he picked graphite. Now, he didn't dismiss silica. He was a team player. He had respect for what we suggested. So he didn't dismiss it. He said that the silica is the right remedy too, but is not the 100% match remedy for the case. And it got to a point that even some friends in the circle of that group, they got offended, and they were they told Kaviraj that he's being grumpy and he's not paying attention to what they are saying. But Kaviraj stood firmly, and he had 100% confidence to why he picked this remedy, and he provided his case, the rationale and explanation, and he explained to us why graphite is the right remedy for this girl. And it was nicely done. He paid so much attention to the minute details that it was even overlooked by most of us. And personally, I learned a lot from him, and thanks to this sweet little girl Akshata, we learned two things from this case. We learned that the 19 homeopaths, they took the case, yes, graphites, not graphites, yes. There's a question in the chat, and I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing it right, but the remedy was graphites. So what I learned personally from this incident, from this case, and thanks to this sweet girl Akshata, was that 19 homeopaths internationally from different places, from different background, educational background, they took the same case and they came down to two remedies. They come up, their conclusion, the result of extensive case taking, we came down to two top remedies. And this was incredible. This was amazing how homeopathy is a universal medicine. It doesn't matter if you're practicing in China, in Korea, in India, South America, North America, it doesn't matter. Remedies are universal everywhere. So that was fantastic to know that if we follow Hahnemannian method, the classical homeopathy, it's not difficult to come into same conclusion. We might come to a circle of remedies, and within that circle, within that zone of top 5 remedies, we can have the most matched remedies, and out of those top 5, maybe one of them is the 100% homeopathic match remedy for the case. So thanks to Kaviraj and his wisdom and his knowledge, we agreed to try graphite, and thanks to our friends in India, they passed the remedy to Akshata, and they took the remedy, and amazingly we learned that she noticed and reported improvement on her skin. And this was just an amazing evidence that when allopathic medicine gives up, homeopathy can help. So yes, they're asking me what potency, based on many discussions that we had back then, and again I'm repeating, based on the condition of the case, we went with 30 CH. Now the girl is not completely recovered. Yes, 30 C of graphite, she noticed the improvement. However, as I said, we don't have internet or phone or chat connections with the family and with the girl, and regretfully we learned later on that although the homeopathic remedy graphite in 30 CH helped her and they noticed the improvement, but the local hospital, they took over the case, and the parents, they are hopeless and helpless, and obviously they are trying to find any type of help for their daughter. So based on what we understood is that they took her to a local hospital and they took it from there. Cindy is asking if she took both graphite and silica, and no, this again was against classical homeopathy, because Kaviraj was insisting to try one remedy at a time, because if we were giving graphite and silica both at the same time, we couldn't tell which one was the remedy that helped really. So this is an extensive case. If you are interested to know the rubrics or the complete case, you can connect with me after this session, and I can share with you some of the history of this case. I wish to move on if you are okay with it. Another great quality of Kaviraj was that he was the help for the helpless. And he was everywhere, volunteering, helping people in different locations, different countries. And he had such an unconditional love to help people. He was the help for helpless, and as you see here, he was on a mission in Haiti with our good friend Catherine, and he went to many places, Africa and South America, even in India, participating in open free clinics, helping people. This is an amazing picture of Kaviraj and with another angel. Her name is Catherine. She was the homeopath who sacrificed a lot and took care of Kaviraj when he was ill at the end, and she did a lot. And on behalf of homeopath community, on behalf of everyone who knows Kaviraj, we have to thank her for her contribution, for her unconditional care and restless efforts in helping Kaviraj, and she did amazing. We salute her, our hats off to her for her help and contribution. So in simple words, thank you, Catherine, for everything. This is Kavi with our good friend Nitin in India. They were having open clinic helping people. As you see, for hours and hours, Nitin and Kaviraj were helping a big line of people with homeopathic remedies, prescribing on spot and helping them. Another quality of Kaviraj was humble. He was humble, with a big heart, and he was approachable no matter what. If you are a homeopath or you are a musician, people from different background, people with different type of activities, he was extremely approachable. People asked him questions and he was always willing to answer, and he above all, he did it without having any expectations and no bragging about it. I am sure that many people are going to miss him a lot for this quality, that he was always available with his big heart, helping you and answering your questions and your concerns. Another quality, and this is the seventh quality of Kaviraj, was his faith, his strong faith. He was not a religious person. He had respect for all religions, but he was not religious. He was a spiritual man with a strong faith in God. And he always used to tell me, Iman, nothing with God's permission. Remember that, nothing with God's permission. Even remedies, nothing without God's permission, even remedies will not work. Even if you have the best match remedy, it will not work without his permission. So it was amazing how faithful he was. I remember one time, we wanted to go somewhere, and it was about 3 hours drive. He sat in the car, I picked him up, he sat in the car, and for the first 5-10 minutes of the car ride, Kaviraj was quiet, and it was very strange to find him being quiet. Usually he was always telling you stories and chatting with you. So I got curious and I asked him, Kavi, what's up? You are so quiet. And he said, well, you have the radio on in your car. How do you want me to talk when you have the radio on? You don't want to talk? And I said, oh my God, I didn't know, sorry. So I switched off the radio in the car, and then he smiled and he started talking. So I didn't know that I should have my radio off, so I turned off the radio, and then boom, Kavi is back and he started talking. And during all this time that we write, he was talking from science, from spirituality, from so many different things, and every single word was educational and informational. And for sure, he was a very faithful man. Even his family, they acknowledge this fact that Kavi had a strong faith. And what I would like to request is that let's do the right thing for his legacy. And I would like to invite you all to order his books. Even if you want to give a gift to your friend or to someone, to a family member, it's a good idea to order Kaviraj's book and give away even as a gift. So let's continue his philosophy and his teachings. We should keep them alive. So I would like to request from all friends to keep buying his book, referring his book to your friends and neighbor, and also invite your friends to like his Facebook fan page. It doesn't matter if they are not a homeopath. You don't have to be a homeopath to like Kaviraj and his philosophy. So it is my humble request that you invite your friends to like and share his Facebook page so that we can keep his philosophy and his quotes and his teachings alive, and also to read his books and continue his journey. There are so many people to thank, and I had this honor to be your host here, but I want to thank you for this opportunity, and let's continue what Kaviraj taught us. Yes, that what you have on the whiteboard is Kaviraj's fan page on Facebook, and thank you so much for the link. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to email me or to send me messages. One more time, I would like to thank you for your time and your participation. Thank you all. It's good that we are on time, right? Thank you. Thanks. Bye everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye everyone. Thank you. Thank you, Sydney. Bye. Sure, thank you for that. Cindy, I saw your music on YouTube. It was fantastic. It is fantastic. Your band, they are great. Likewise, thank you. Have a good day and have a good evening. Sure, thank you. Bye, everyone. Yes, and Roman, if you kindly also send the link or post the link for people that they want to watch this later on. Bye, Zara. Great, thank you so much, Roman, and thank you so much to your team. Fantastic job. Great. So I hope it went well. Sure. Great to hear that. Awesome. My pleasure. My pleasure. Thank you. Thank you for participating, and thank you so much for attending. It means a lot for Kaviraj. Thank you. So with your permission, I'm gonna say goodbye. Thank you. Bye, everyone. You too. Thank you and have a nice day. Bye for now.